Welcome to today's sneak peek video by Tangram. For those that haven't listened before, the Tangram Sneak Peek series is focused on exploring the highlights of brand new or new versions of agency management software on the market. The aim of this series is to help agencies discover the highlights of agency management tools and functionality that help run their businesses more effectively. Today, we are looking at the forthcoming Agile task management features in WorkBook. Now, WorkBook are about to release two key modules as part of their work management features. These modules rival specialist task management tools that are on the market today. One of those features is a Scrum Board, complete with sprint management, task status management, and backlog management. And the other is task checklists. So these are task checklist builders that allow us to have date fields, checklist fields, free type fields, as well as being able to set those as templates. So first of all, let's start on the Scrum Board. Now, there are some setup features here that are worth taking a look at. First of all, we have our task progress status setup, and this allows us to set the different statuses we're managing through our sprints. And here we've got some examples of some standard types of statuses. We're able to set colours against these, and we are also able to set custom icons so that we can easily recognise the status wherever we are in the system. We also have the Scrum Sprint setup, and this is where we're able to create our different sprints across the different time ranges. We're also able to make a Scrum responsible for each of these sprints. Now, how this looks in practice when we get into the system is in the scheduling area we have a new view which is a Scrum Board, and I'm actually going to look at the Scrum Sprint Overview to start off with. So here we have all of the different sprints that we've set up. We have our backlog, and we're able to simply assign tasks from our backlog. That's all of those tasks that are not yet assigned to a sprint, and we're able to drag them into the relevant sprint. We can also do this directly when we're setting up the tasks from any view in WorkBook that you can access the task card. So we're able here to assign the progress and also assign the Scrum Sprint up here. Once we have assigned the task into the sprint, we can then dig into that sprint and go to the Scrum Board. From here, we're able to take a look at the summary of all of the statuses that the tasks are in. Up at the top here, I get a nice little visual of how many tasks live in which status. And I'm also able to assign tasks directly from the backlog into the planned status. Now, to assign people to these tasks, I can simply come up, search for the resource, and I can just drag them over onto the task card. Of course, putting in the booking hours and clicking OK. Once assigned to these tasks, then each of the people can manage the statuses using a Kanban or using their task list to progress the status of the task. So that's an overview of the new Scrum Board and Sprint setup in WorkBook. The next Agile task management feature we can look at directly from here, and that is the task checklist. The task checklist gives us the ability to create a checklist on any task. And we can see one here by going into the normal task card, and we now have the ability to see the checklist. So here we have a production handover checklist, which is just a template that you can create on the fly. And we're able to prompt people who work on this task to do this subsection or subset of tasks as part of this task management. Now, we also have the ability to set other types of checklists and with other types of fields. So in here, you'll see I can have as many templates as I wish to. And here's an example of a different type of checklist with more than just the standard tick buttons. So in here, we're able to set yes, no questions. We're able to populate it with date fields. We're able to force numeric fields. And then, of course, we have the standard checklists. We think this is going to be a really handy feature for project managers who have complex tasks, who wish to remind assignees of all of the individual sub-steps that they need to do to create this task. What's also going to be great for creative is the ability to store qualitative information against a task for the purpose of project reviews, looking back on the successes and the challenges of the projects as learnings for next time. So these are the key new Agile task management features that we are looking forward to seeing from WorkBook over the coming months.